Growing up, most of us heard the same advice: go to school, get good grades, and find a safe job. At first, it sounds comforting, like a guaranteed path to security. But deep down, many of us realize that no matter how hard we work, the paycheck never feels like enough. Society promised that if we followed the rules, we'd be safe. Yet even people with so-called good jobs are drowning in rent, student loans, credit cards, and unexpected bills. The stability we were promised feels more like a trap. We were trained to become workers, not thinkers about money. Schools rarely teach financial education, leaving us unprepared for real life. It's like being sent into a game without ever learning the rules. If hard work and education guaranteed wealth, wouldn't every teacher, nurse, or office worker be rich by now? The truth is, effort alone isn't enough. Without financial knowledge, even the hardest workers struggle. Americans today are working longer hours than ever. Yet 63% of people still live paycheck to paycheck. That's not just tiring, it's frightening. Because one emergency can push everything over the edge. If you don't change how you think about money, you might spend your whole life working for it only to retire broke. That's the danger of doing nothing. The cost of staying the same is far too high. Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad flips the way millions think about money. He's not just an author, he's an entrepreneur and teacher who shows us that the rich play by different rules. His book is an invitation to rethink everything. This book matters because it challenges the myths we were raised on. It explains why the rich don't just work for money, they make money work for them. And if you can shift your mindset, it might just change your future too. Here's a tough truth: the harder you work for money, the harder money works against you. Sounds crazy, right? Let's break it down. Hey everyone, Ethan here, and welcome back to Ethan's Money Library, building wealth, one book at a time. If you're serious about breaking free from financial stress, hit that subscribe button and join the community. This video is for education and inspiration only, it's not financial advice. Today, we're unpacking one of the most eye-opening ideas from Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad: Why the Rich Don't Work for Money. By the end, you'll see money in a completely new way. In this video, Why the Rich Don't Work for Money Explained, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Let's dive in. Most people spend their entire lives trading hours for dollars. They wake up, go to work, and exchange their time just to survive. But the truth is, this cycle never ends unless you learn to escape it. The harder you work, the more expenses seem to grow. You get a raise, but suddenly the rent is higher, taxes eat away, and lifestyle upgrades sneak in. Before you know it, that extra money is gone. Now imagine this: instead of that money disappearing, you put it into assets, maybe stocks, real estate, or a small business that grows without you. Suddenly, your money is working harder than you are. Think about what that could mean for your life. Imagine your groceries, rent, or even vacations being paid not from your job, but from passive income streams. That's true financial freedom. But here's the pitfall: working harder doesn't always mean you're moving forward. It's like sprinting on a treadmill. You're sweating, you're tired, but you're still in the same spot. That's the rat race. So the key is not to run faster, but to step off the wheel. The rich don't work harder for money. They build systems and assets that work for them. That's how you escape the rat race. Lesson 2 is all about shifting your mindset. Don't work for money, make money work for you. Most of us see money as a paycheck, but the wealthy see it as a powerful tool. When you see money as a tool, you start asking, how can this money build freedom for me? Think about it. Money is not the finish line. It's not the reward. It's just a tool that helps you build the life you really want. The rich understand this difference, and that's why they create freedom instead of just chasing paychecks. Here's the power of choice. If you save $300 every month and invest it, in 10 years you could have about $55,000. But if you spend that same $300 using credit cards, you could end up with $55,000 in debt. The same money, two totally different futures. So, what should money do for you? It should buy freedom, not just stuff. Freedom to spend time with family, to travel, to start your own business, and to live life on your terms. Here's the pitfall. Too many people see money only as something to spend. The rich see it as something to grow. That difference in perspective changes everything. Think of money like employees. Would you rather have just your two hands working harder every day, or 10,000 little employees working for you? That's what investing does. It makes money your workforce. Most of us grew up believing that school would prepare us for life. But here's the truth: school teaches you how to earn money, not how to manage or grow it. That's why so many people end up struggling, even with a good education. Think about this. 78% of US workers live paycheck to paycheck. That means almost 8 out of 10 people are one emergency away from financial stress, no matter how hard they work. The rich know something different. They focus on financial literacy, understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, and making money flow into their lives instead of out of it. Here's the gap. Schools teach us how to earn a paycheck, but not how to keep it or make it grow. That missing link is why so many people feel stuck no matter how hard they work. Imagine if you knew exactly how to make money flow into your life without trading more hours. That's the freedom. Financial education gives the power to design your own life instead of being controlled by money. Financial education is power. It's not about working harder, but working smarter with money. When you understand how money really works, you stop chasing its hand, it starts chasing you. Here's the big secret. The rich don't confuse shiny toys with real wealth. They know that a car, a boat, or even a big house isn't making them richer, it's actually draining their pockets. The real game is in building assets that quietly put money back into their lives. Take the example of a $40,000 car. The moment you drive it off the lot, it loses value, and if it's on loan, you'll be paying thousands in interest. That same $40,000, if invested in a rental property, could bring you $500 a month instead of draining your paycheck. Most people chase status symbols to feel successful. They buy things that look rich but actually keep them stuck in the rat race. The rich flip the script. They buy assets first and let those assets pay for the luxuries later. Think about it this way. Assets are like fruit trees you plant once, and every season they give you more fruit. Liabilities are like potted plants that need constant watering, but never grow or give you anything back. Here's the lifestyle shift. Instead of working 40 hours a week just to pay for your car, what if your rental property or investments covered that expense? Suddenly you're not working for things, they're working for you. The bottom line, chasing liabilities keeps you broke, but focusing on assets builds independence and freedom. The rich aren't smarter, they just play by a different set of rules. And once you see the difference, you can start playing that game too. Most people think the rich are fearless, but that's not true. The truth is, they still feel fear, but they learn how to manage it. The difference is, instead of running away, they face risk with knowledge and preparation. Imagine you have $10,000. If you leave it in the bank at 1%, you'll make $100 in a year. But if you learn to invest, that same money could grow into 12 or even 15,000 over time. For most people, risk feels like danger. They hear the word investment and picture losing everything. But the rich know the bigger danger is standing still and never letting money grow. It's like learning to swim. Yes, the water feels scary at first, but if you never get in, you'll never cross to the other side. Growth only happens when you step into the unknown. Instead of fearing job loss, imagine feeling confident. Your money is working in different places, creating streams of income. That means you're not chained to one paycheck anymore. Here's the truth, not taking risks might be the riskiest move of all. The rich don't avoid risk, they learn, prepare, and step forward anyway. That's how they grow wealth and freedom. Here's the truth, money isn't just about numbers, it's about mindset. The way you think shapes the choices you make, and those choices decide your future. The rich see possibilities where most people only see limits. Imagine two people making the same income, $70,000 a year. One spends it all, living paycheck to paycheck. The other invests just $500 a month, and over time builds more than $1 million for retirement. That's the power of mindset. It's not how much you make, but what you do with it. The rich think long-term, while most people get trapped in short-term habits. A poor mindset says, I can't afford it, but a rich mindset asks, how can I afford it? That one question changes everything because it opens the door to creativity and opportunity. When fear and greed control your money, you end up making rushed and emotional choices. But when you shift your mindset, you can act calmly and strategically. That's how wealth really grows. Your brain is like the software that runs your money. If it's outdated, you'll keep getting the same results. But update your mindset, and suddenly your whole financial life upgrades too. Wealth isn't about instant jackpots. The rich know that real money is built slowly, brick by brick. It's not flashy at first, but it's the kind of wealth that lasts. Imagine planting a tree. It doesn't give fruit the next day, but year after year it grows stronger, taller, and eventually gives you shade and abundance. That's how wealth grows, with patience. If you invest $500 a month and let it grow at 8% for 30 years, you could have around $745,000. That's the power of consistency, not luck. The problem is, most people chase get-rich-quick schemes. They throw their money at lottery tickets, hype stocks, or shady promises, and end up with nothing. Wealth looks quiet at first. It's not the sports car today, but the freedom to never worry about bills tomorrow. It's waking up one morning and realizing you don't need your job to survive. So play the long game, be patient, be consistent, and let your money work for you. That's how wealth is really built. We've learned why the rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. We talked about escaping the rat race, financial education, assets versus liabilities, managing risks, and building a long-term mindset. The key takeaway: wealth isn't about working harder, it's about thinking differently and building smarter. If this video opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What part of this lesson hit home for you? Drop it in the comments and let's discuss. You've been watching Ethan's Money Library, building wealth, one book at a time. Remember, money should serve you, not the other way around. Until next time, take care and keep building your future.